quick chat in from the management of V-Mart Retail, and then we'll come back to you for more on that. The stock was buzzing in trade yesterday. It's now up nearly 30% from its 52-week low. Anand Agarwal, the CFO at V-Mart Retail, joins us now to discuss how demand in this festive season is shaping up and the business outlook here onwards. Anand, thanks a lot for joining in, and greetings of the season to you and your team at V-Mart Retail. Tell us a little bit about how business is shaping up currently and what is the expectation as we move into the next couple of quarters.
Yes, good morning, Sonia, and thank you so much. I think business has been going on steadily. We've just gone through the festive period, which was the Diwali and the Puja and the Chhath. So that has gone off quite well. There was a bit of a lull just after that, which is quite usual for all years. But just now, in the last 10-15 days, winter has started to pick up. And winter chill is back in North India, which is good news. And that's resulting in good numbers. So we are seeing good momentum now. Footfalls are also strong. I think I can only say the worst probably is behind us, and we should look at slightly better growth going forward.
Right. Mr. Agarwal, hi, good morning. Prashant here. That's good to hear that probably the worst is behind. Because for the last couple of years, compared to what you did before that, things have been a little subpar. So are you saying that phase in a way is behind? And what gives you confidence that that really is so? And from here, things will actually, in a more sustained way, see pickup. And if you can share some numbers, what is your expectation for same-store sales growth? Not for this quarter or the next quarter, but I mean, where should you be from here?
No, absolutely. I think what's happened in the last 2-3 years is one is the impact of the COVID, and then post that the inflationary impact on the mass value customer class. And that saw an impact not only for us, but a lot of other industries, including the FMCG in the rural demand, as well as two-wheelers. And value retail was also not very far behind. So we've seen some bit of a turmoil in the last 2-3 years. But at least in the last 3-6 months, we have seen consumption slowly coming back. The footfalls of smaller ticket size customers now inching back, buying more. Even now, we are seeing, a K within a K recovery, even in the lower, tier towns and cities. So which means the higher middle class or the middle class is still able to afford more, buy more. And they are more compensating for the loss that we have seen from the lower strata of the income society. So that class of customer has started to come back a little, and that's helping in the numbers. Second thing which has also happened is that in the last 1.5 years, we've done a lot of changes at our end in terms of how we source goods, how we merchandise, how we do up our stores. So there's a lot of rethink and a lot of action which has happened internally in terms of how we improve our operations. And obviously, we've also done 2 acquisitions in the last 2 years. One was in South India called Unlimited, and second was LimeRoad. And there was a lot of spend, in fact, not just monetary wise, but also in terms of the management bandwidth, which went into making sure that these 2 acquisitions went off quite well. So I think in all, if you look at all these 3 things which have happened in the last 2-3 years, we are in a position where we have consolidated and we are moving ahead with full steam.
All right. Hi, Mr. Agarwal. Good morning, and thanks so much for joining in on CNBC TV 18. This is Nigel on this side. Well, since you spoke about those acquisitions, tell us what's the strategy on both of them. On Unlimited, I believe that the profitability is not at optimal levels, and you're looking at closing some stores in all probability. What's the strategy out there? And on LimeRoad, when does it break even?
So on Unlimited, our strategy has been very clear. We've always wanted to get into the South territory, and we rode on the Unlimited platform, and that gave us a very good start. We've had a slightly higher size of these stores in the Unlimited chain from legacy point of view. And the last 2 years, we have opened roughly around 14-15 stores in South India under the Unlimited brand, but which are more like V-Mart stores. So they are branded Unlimited, but the product and the pricing that we carry is more like V-Mart. And we have had very good success in these new stores. So what we are trying to do is we are trying to replace some of the older stores which were not doing so well with the new format, smaller sized V-Mart stores in the catchments in the tier 2, tier 3 towns, where we feel we have much higher chance of success. And that's what really has been happening. And in the last 2 years, whatever number of stores that we have opened in South India have done significantly well. In fact, they've been doing much better than the legacy Unlimited stores, and they're doing almost at par with the normal V-Mart stores. So the profitability, which had been suboptimal in the Unlimited chain so far, I think from next financial year onwards, we should see getting it much closer to the V-Mart levels. That's the strategy that we have, and we do believe that we will be closing some of the older Unlimited stores, but they will be replaced with newer, better stores in the right catchments where we will have much better footfalls.
Okay. Well, there is a lot of competition in this space, right? So Trends, Zudio, for example, they have a digital-first strategy. They have a very competitive pricing point. Reliance's Yousta is doing very well. How is competition, how are you looking at competition right now? And is there any impact that you're facing?
Definitely, competition is there and it's always been there. It's not a new phenomena. Definitely, now there is a more focus on more organized competition in tier 1 metros and in tier 2 towns as well. I think competition only helps us increase the market size. We are seeing a lot of, increase in the number of people who were earlier not coming to shop in value retail. They are now more aware. All the competition also creates more buzz, and it creates more opportunity. In any case, we've been pricing our products slightly lower than most of the competition, and the segment of customer that we target is also slightly different. So while most of the competition targets the youth or the Gen Z segment, we still cater to the the young family and the rural youth or the lower middle class youth for our merchandise and products.
Got it, got it. We'll leave it at that. Thanks a lot for joining in and giving us your views. Well, that's a word coming in from V-Mart Retail. So that's